trying to get him activated early so he can be a starter from day one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Vikings, we know all about the skill players on offense, but they're looking to make up some ground on the defensive side of the ball this season, as they were second from the bottom in total defense a year ago.
What they want to do is find a way to be more consistent on that side of the ball and not rely on making big plays late in games in order to secure victories. They want to be able to stop people earlier. That's what they're looking to do in 2023.
A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That swung out wide to Sanders. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Young working out of the gun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Young. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now Young. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense. But whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player. But fortunately, they will have enough to keep the first down. They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Sanders again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. This crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 70 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now here's Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's a second down run with Sanders.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 7-7, our score after 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
First down, Minnesota.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 38 yards for Alexander Madison. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That throw by Young incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, no, easy.
Now Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Two. Gun. Hey, can.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Cousins now from the 50. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive line.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Let's go now. 22 needle. Ready?
A 1st down throw for Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. In motion left goes a tight end. To throw is Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. 1st and 10, Young. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's 2nd and 7. Young now. That's complete right around the 8. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They go play action. Cousins. This is caught by Addison. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
17. Set.
It's Young off play action. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, this is Madison. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Yellow, 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 yellow. What's that?
Throwing, Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
What's that?
They'll go Madison up the middle, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the handoff, it's Madison. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, here's Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you...
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
4 yards.
97.
Panthers, first down. First and 10.
It'll be Young again. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Ready?
Young on third down. Flushed out right. Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. Look at the big fella go. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing, Young. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Here is Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the Panthers, first down.
They'll throw again. Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Young to throw it. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being... So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Young looks to throw on first down.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long.